press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, so under triangles we were solving exercise 7.3 problems. So far we have completed 3 problems under that. So now I will take up question number 4 and 5, the remaining problems in exercise 7.3. So for question number 4, so there is a BE and CF are two equal altitudes of triangle ABC. So that is given. First I will draw the figure. This is triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So now two altitudes are given. This is one altitude, that means this is BE perpendicular to AC, and another altitude F, this is perpendicular to AB. So this is the data given. BE and CF are equal to altitudes of a triangle ABC. Using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. So question number exercise 7.3, question number 4. So here the data given is triangle ABC, where BE perpendicular to AC, so that is BE is altitude perpendicular to AC, and CF perpendicular to AB. So this is given. Now to prove, what is to be proved? To prove that we have to prove that triangle ABC is isosceles. That means we have to prove that the two sides of the triangle ABC are equal. To prove that AB equals AC. AB equals AC. So we have to prove that these two sides are equal. Now proof. Now observe here. So let us compare the triangles BEC, this triangle, and the other one CFB, this triangle, and this triangle. These two triangles we have to compare. Consider triangle BEC and CFB, triangle CFB. So in these two triangles, so it is given altitudes are equal, BE is altitude, BE equals CF. BE is part of the first triangle and CF is part of the second triangle. And in these two triangles, BEC and CFB, you can observe BC is common to both. So therefore I will write this is given BC is equal to BC common side of both the triangles which are under comparison. Now we have BEC, angle BEC is equal to CFB, angle CFB, both are 90 degree. It is given as BE and CF are altitudes, therefore it is given data. We can write given. So now observe this. This is right angle. BC is, when this is right angle, opposite to right angle, side opposite to right angle, BC is hypotenuse. So for this triangle also, CFB, angle F is 90 degree, opposite side is BC. So BC is hypotenuse for both the side, common side and hypotenuse. So therefore right angle, hypotenuse and one side are equal in both the triangles. So therefore we can say by RHS congruence. RHS congruence rule, we can say these two triangles, triangle BEC congruent to CFB, triangle CFB. Now, when these two triangles are congruent, you can observe this HBC and ECB, that means angle B and angle C are congruent. So therefore I will write BEC. You can see in the second triangle CFB, I will take up this angle, that is CBF. Therefore angle CBF is equal to BCE. So how these two are equal? This is by CPCT. So we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. So therefore the corresponding angle, right angle equal to right angle, this is the corresponding angle, these two. So therefore, and the remaining corresponding angles are vertices. So that is this angle and this angle, and this total angle, this total angle. So therefore by CPCT, these two are equal. Observe here, CBF is same as CBA or ABC, this total angle. So therefore in triangle ABC, now you observe with respect to triangle ABC, angle B is equal to angle C. So when angle B is equal to angle C, therefore AB is equal to AC. So the sides opposite to equal angles. So these two are equal angles. The sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So therefore AB is equal to AC. So AB equals AC. This is what is to be proved. So AB is equal to AC. Therefore ABC, triangle ABC is isosceles. So this completes question number 4. So now I will move on to question number 5. Question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equals AC. So another isosceles triangle problem. This is isosceles triangle with AB equals AC. This is given. Draw AP perpendicular to BC. So AP perpendicular to BC. Show that angle B equals angle C. So we have to prove that angle B equals angle C. Angle B equals angle C. So data is, so triangle ABC is given. Triangle ABC where AB equals AC, AP perpendicular to BC, base BC. This is what is given. To prove that angle B is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle C. Now you compare these two triangles APB and APC. Of course, proof. Now we are well versed with this. Compare or consider triangle APB and triangle APC. APB and APC. So in these two triangles, AB equals AC given. It is given. AP is common. AP equals AP common. AP equals AP common. APB. So it is given AP is perpendicular to BC. Therefore, these two are 90 degree. So APB equals angle APB equals APC, angle APC equals 90 degree. When APB is 90 degree, AB is hypotenuse, and when APC is 90 degree, AC is hypotenuse. So therefore, AB and AC given, these are equal and they are hypotenuse. Both are hypotenuse. So therefore, this is right angle of one triangle, hypotenuse, and one side, common side AP. So therefore, again we can say, therefore, by RHS, hypotenuse, right angle of one triangle, hypotenuse and side of one triangle are equal to the right angle, hypotenuse and side of the other triangle by RHS congruence rule. We can say APB, triangle APB congruent to triangle APC. So when these two are congruent, this one angle is 90 degree, another angle is 90 degree. These are corresponding. B and C are corresponding, and BAP and CAP are corresponding. So these two angles are equal. Similarly, angle B equals angle C. B equals angle C. So therefore angle B equals angle C. Also we can prove that BP is equal to PC, because this is common side equal to both triangles. AB equals AC. When the triangles are congruent, the third side BP is equal to PC. It is not asked. Even then you can remember BP is equal to PC. So therefore these two by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent circles. So hence proved. So what was asked to prove? We are supposed to prove angle B equals angle C. That we have proved. So this completes exercise 7.3. Dear students, from here onwards I will move on to inequality of triangles. So, section 7.6 of your textbook, section 7.6 in page number 129, this topic is there, inequality of triangles. So, dear students, this is one of the important topic in trigonometry, subtopic. You have to understand this very clearly. So, till this time, we were comparing different triangles. We were talking of similarity and equality. So, here we are talking of inequality. It is just as simple as, suppose if I have a line AB, let us say AB, so with length 3 units, let us say, and another length say 5 centimeter PQ. What we say? We say AB, line or line segment AB, line segment AB is less than line segment PQ, or we say PQ is greater than AB. So, this is one form of writing the statement between these two figures, and it can also be stated as PQ is greater than AB. So, you are aware of this, greater than AB. So, we can say PQ is greater than AB, or we can say AB is greater than smaller than PQ. AB is smaller than PQ. So, we can state this way or this way. So, what happens? The relation between angles and sides in a triangle, so that we will study in inequality. Now, now you observe, if a triangle is there, you observe here, say this is a triangle, so let us consider a triangle ABC. If I call this side BC as say small a and AC as side small b, the small a indicates the length BC, small b indicates length AC, and small c indicates length AB. This is as you can observe from the outlook, BC is the larger side and AC is the smallest side, and AB is in between. AB is in between. Now, the inequality theorem says, thus angle opposite to the largest side is greater in any triangle. So here the largest side is BC, therefore angle A, for convenience I will write it as 1, 2, 3, let us say. Since A is larger, so longest side, the angle opposite to A is angle 1. So you can call it as angle A also. So angle 1 is larger in this triangle. Now the smallest side opposite angle will be smallest. So smallest side is AC, that is B, and therefore smallest angle will be 2. And the remaining one is middle one. C opposite is middle one. So the largest side opposite angle will be larger and smallest side opposite angle will be smaller. So here I will write side A is greater than. So next to A, what is the side? C is the side. So A is greater than C and C is greater than, observe here. So C is greater than B. B is the smallest. So I will write small c here, you don't get confused. See, this indicates the side length. So when such is the condition, the angle 1, when such is the condition, it implies angle 1 greater than. So largest side opposite angle is greatest angle. So next side BC is first largest, next to that is AB, that is small c, its opposite angle is C. So therefore angle 3. Now next to that, smallest side is B in the triangle, so therefore smallest side is angle 2. So this relation we have to understand. So here specifically what we say, the angle opposite to the largest side is greater. In any triangle, if you take any two sides, suppose this may be, say this may be 10 units, this may be say 7 units, so this may be say 5 units. So now you observe here the sum of any two sides. So here 10 is the biggest length, so therefore greatest angle is angle 1. Second biggest length is 7, so therefore its opposite angle is 3. Smallest length is 5, therefore in this triangle the smallest angle will be opposite to 5, that is 2, angle 2 or angle B. So this is the smallest. So this, in this order they will come. Biggest side opposite angle will be bigger, smallest side opposite angle will be smaller. So this concept you have to remember in inequality triangles. So one more concept you have to remember here. Now observe here, we have 3 lengths here. So we have 7, so 10, 7, 5. So now let us 10 will be, see, you add any two sides now. Suppose if I add a plus b, so a plus b, if you add, it is always greater than c, we say. A plus b is always greater than c. B plus c is always greater than a, and c plus a always greater than c. So that means sum of any two sides in a triangle is always greater than the third side. This is another concept you have to understand. The sum of any two triangles in the sum of any two sides in a triangle is always greater than the third one. So, to compare with this example, a plus b is 10 plus 5, 15. So, 10 plus 5 is greater than 10 plus 5 is greater than 7. So, 10 plus 5 is 15 is always greater than 7. B plus C is 7 plus 5, 7 plus 5 plus 7, B plus C greater than 10. 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 is greater than 10. And lastly, C plus A, C is 7, A is 10. So, 7 plus 10 greater than 7 plus 10 is greater than 5. So, we can observe here. So, the meaning of this statement is the sum of any two sides length in any triangle is always greater than the third side. So, this we have to understand. Sum of any two sides in a triangle is always greater than the third. So, two things you have to remember. One, any angle in a triangle. So, the larger side is there, opposite to that larger side, angle will be bigger one. The smallest side opposite angle in a triangle will be smaller one. And the sum of any two sides in a triangle, length of any two sides in a triangle is always greater than the third side. So, it cannot be equal. So, why it cannot be equal? I will tell you. So, let us consider that this is you observe here only. See, say this is a triangle ABC, let us say. This is A, this is B, this is C. Now, I will draw a perpendicular here, I will call this as P. Now, observe, if I reduce this AP length, likewise, so if I shift A to nearest to BC line, these length vary. Suppose if A coincides with B, then BP plus BC will be equal to BC. So that means when the sum of these two is equal to the total length, then the 3 points are in a line, they are collinear. We should have some AP distance. So this is, I will call as A1, this is A2, let us say. Suppose if we have this distance, then BA2 plus A2C will be greater than BC. These two sides total will be greater than BC. If BC is equal to BP plus PC, then we say the 3 points are in a straight line and triangle does not exist. So, when the sum of two sides is greater than the third side, then only a triangle exists. Otherwise, all the 3 points, if it is equal, sum of two sides is equal to third side, then we say the 3 points are in a straight line. So you can see here, suppose we have A, this is A, this is B, P is on line AB. In this case, AP is plus PB is equal to AB. When it becomes equal, they are in a straight line. The triangle does not exist. They are collinear. In case of a triangle, they cannot be equal. Sum of two sides, these two sides. If I take up P dash either to the top of this line AB or to the bottom of this line AB, then we will have these lines. So then this P1, AP1 plus P1B will definitely greater than, because this is the shortest distance and this is roundabout. So therefore, A1, AP1 plus P1B will be greater than AB. I hope you have understood this. So these things, the sum of any two sides lengths in any triangle is always greater than the third side, and if any side is greater side, then the angle opposite to it will always be greater. So let us examine one more, study one more triangle. So let this be a right angle triangle. You know, always 3, 4, 5 gives a right angle triangle. This is say 3 centimeter, this is 4 centimeter, and therefore this is 5 centimeter. This is a right angle triangle. This is A, B, C. Now you observe here, AC is the hypotenuse. You know that in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the largest side. So you know that when the total of ABC angles, A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, that you know, and when this is 90 degree, the sum of A plus C must be equal to 90 degree. So therefore, A plus C is equal to these two. B is equal to 90 degree. A plus C is equal to 180 minus B. B is 90. So therefore, A plus C will be equal to 90. So when A plus C is equal to 90 degree, these two are acute angles less than 90 degree. Both are less than 90 degree. A is also less than 90 degree and C is also less than 90 degree, because sum of these two must be equal to 90 degree. So when then such is the case, which is the biggest angle in this triangle? That is B. B is 90 degree. This is the biggest angle. So biggest angle opposite side is hypotenuse. That is, hypotenuse is the largest side of the right angle triangle. So therefore, 5 opposite B is the biggest angle and smallest side is 3. So therefore, A is the smallest angle. smallest angle. So why it is smallest angle? Smallest angle opposite to the smallest side, opposite to the smallest side, and this is the biggest angle, biggest angle, biggest angle. So reason is it is against the biggest side, against the biggest side. So therefore we call this as the biggest angle, and this is the smallest angle. The rest one is middle one. So 5 is the biggest, 3 is the smallest, 4 is middle one. So therefore opposite to it, it is the middle angle. In this case what we do, 3, we write it like this: 5 is greater than 4, greater than 3. So these are side lengths. So therefore angle B is greater than 4 opposite C greater than A. So these conclusions we have to understand. I hope you are following these things. So I will give you notes in the and some explanation in the next class. So thank you all. So this is all about today. Once again I will give certain details about this inequality in the next class also. At that time you can take down the notes. So now here I have just explained the things to you.